My name is Ethan. I'm 29 and work as an IT systems analyst in Colorado. The job isn't glamorous, but it pays well and keeps my life stable. I work from home 3 days a week. That's my sweet spot between freedom and structure. I live alone in a small but clean apartment downtown. It's quiet, filled with things I actually like, not random clutter. I drive a silver Honda Accord, reliable and low maintenance. I'm not flashy. I prefer peace over attention. After a few failed relationships in my 20s, I stopped chasing love. I focused on myself. Work, health, and hobbies became my comfort zone. Weekends were for hiking the Rockies or trying new barbecue recipes. I smoked brisket better than most restaurants. Neighbors loved me for the leftovers. When I wasn't outside, I gamed on my custom PC. It took me months to build. Every wire perfectly aligned. Every fan glowing in soft blue light. I liked order. I liked control. I liked knowing that effort brought results. Life was simple. Wake up, log in, fix systems, clock out. Maybe grab a beer with friends, maybe stay home. I wasn't lonely. I had friends who'd been around since college. Guys who still argued over which console was superior. We met for football games, trivia nights, random road trips. It wasn't exciting, but it was safe. Safe felt good. I told myself I was happy this way. No heartbreaks. No drama. Just steady progress and peace. I invested smart, maxed my 401k, and kept my credit clean. I wasn't rich, but I was responsible. That alone felt rare. Sometimes, I'd catch myself wondering if this was it. Maybe adulthood just meant calm repetition. No chaos, no sparks. I'd scroll social media and see people my age getting married. Having kids, buying houses, moving states. And there I was, sitting in front of dual monitors, drinking black coffee. It didn't feel wrong, just quiet. Maybe too quiet. But I'd learned peace beats pain. So I didn't question it much. I thought I had everything I needed. A decent career. A small circle of loyal friends. A rhythm that made sense. It's funny how fast stability turns fragile. One moment you're content, the next everything shifts. Looking back, I can see how calm my life was before it changed. No warning signs. No foreshadowing. Just the calm before the storm. Because before Emily came along, everything felt predictable. Then all at once, it didn't. She was the spark I didn't know I was missing. But before I met her, I truly believed I was fine. That's the thing about comfort. It blinds you to what's missing until something new shakes the balance. And once that balance breaks, nothing feels the same again. I met Emily at a Super Bowl party in February. A friend invited me last minute, said I needed to get out more. I wasn't planning to stay long. Then she walked in. She had that kind of energy that fills a room without trying. Not loud, not fake, just bright. Her laugh caught everyone's attention. She was wearing jeans, a gray sweater, and confidence. No filters, no show. Just real. We ended up sitting near each other, talking between plays. She worked as a dental hygienist. Loved hiking, true crime podcasts, and bad puns. I joked about IT life being 90% Googling errors. She laughed like it was the funniest thing she'd heard all week. That night, we didn't flirt much. We just connected. It felt easy, natural, like I'd known her longer than a few hours. When I left, she smiled and said, "You're different." I wasn't sure what she meant, but it stayed in my head. I texted her 2 days later. We met for Korean barbecue the next weekend. We talked for 3 hours straight. Careers, travel dreams, embarrassing college stories. She told me she'd paid off her student loans early. Said independence mattered more than luxury. That impressed me. She was focused, mature, driven, but still fun. I told her about my goals, how I wanted to get my PMP certification. She asked questions that showed she actually listened. I wasn't used to that. After dinner, we sat in my car just talking. No awkward silence, no pressure. When she left, I knew I wanted to see her again. And I did. Week after week. Coffee dates, hikes, lazy Sundays cooking together. By March, we were official. It felt right. No games, no doubts. Just two adults building something steady. She kept her apartment spotless. Everything labeled, organized, color-coded. It was almost intimidating. But I loved that about her. She cared about details. We balanced each other. I was laid back, she was structured. Together it worked. Her friends were all nurses and hygienists. Smart, funny, no drama. They'd go out every other Friday for paint nights or new restaurants. I liked that she had her own world. She never tried to control mine. It made things easy. I started thinking maybe this was it. The real thing. The calm kind of love that doesn't need chaos to feel alive. We planned trips, small ones first. Hiking in Estes Park, a weekend in Denver for a concert. Every time we were together, life felt lighter. I caught myself smiling more. Texting her during work just to hear from her. She'd send photos of her dog, her lunch, the view from her office. Normal, simple, good. I didn't realize how rare that peace was. How fragile it could be. Back then, I thought I'd finally figured love out. But love, I learned later, can be perfect until someone poisons it. And the person holding the poison might be the one you call your friend. Erin and I met in college. We were roommates sophomore year, both studying computer science. Late-night coding, gaming, and bad pizza built our friendship. He was confident, funny, always the loudest in the room. People liked him instantly. He had that effortless charm that made others listen. But beneath it, there was something off. He hated losing. Even in video games, he'd twist the rules to win. I ignored it back then. We were young, it seemed harmless. After graduation, we stayed close. Different jobs, same city, same routines. He worked for a flashy tech startup, always bragging about stock options. Bought a bright orange Mustang he couldn't really afford. He loved attention. Every photo on his Instagram screamed, "Look at me." New sneakers, rooftop bars, gym selfies. He was always performing. But when we hung out one-on-one, he'd talk about being lonely. Said women didn't understand him. Said people only liked his surface, not who he really was. I believed him. He was my friend. When I started dating Emily, he acted genuinely happy for me. Asked questions, wanted to meet her. I didn't think twice. I invited him to game night at my apartment in April. Just a small group of friends, nothing fancy. Emily brought homemade spinach dip. Aaron showed up with expensive beer and his usual confidence. At first, it was fun. Everyone laughing, playing just normal Friday vibes. But I noticed Aaron sitting close to Emily, laughing extra hard at her jokes, asking her personal questions, stuff about her job, her schedule, even her family. It felt weird, but I brushed it off. He was just being friendly, right? Later that night, Emily mentioned it casually. "He's nice but kind of intense," she said. I laughed it off, said he was socially awkward. She shrugged and moved on. But after that night, things changed. Aaron started texting me more. Lunch invites twice a week, instead of once a month. Random messages like, "You and Emily doing anything tonight?" He show up to bars we liked. Suggest weekend plans that always included her. I thought he was just lonely. I wanted to believe that. Emily thought it was sweet that my friend wanted to hang out. We both missed the signs. Aaron was studying us, learning our patterns, our arguments, our weak spots. Looking back, it was calculated. He'd ask questions about trust, about jealousy, about my exes. At the time, it felt like casual talk. But he was gathering ammo. He knew exactly what to say and when to say it. By June, he'd become a constant presence. Our relationship wasn't just me and Emily anymore. Aaron was everywhere, in our jokes, our plans, our weekends. It didn't feel dangerous yet. Just strain. But snakes don't strike fast. They wait. And Aaron was patient. He waited until everything felt safe. Then he found the perfect moment to strike. It was a Friday afternoon in July. I was finishing work from home when Aaron texted me. "Hey man, need to talk. Can I call?" I figured it was something about work or dating drama. I called him back immediately. His voice sounded tense, fake concerned. "Ethan, this is really hard for me to say," he started. "I saw Emily last weekend. She was with another guy." My stomach dropped. He said they were at a burger place downtown, sitting close, holding hands. He said they kissed before leaving. Every word hit like a punch. I asked for details. He described her outfit, the time, even the table they sat at. It matched what she'd posted on Instagram that day. I didn't question him. He sounded sincere. My hands were shaking. I thanked him for telling me. When Emily came over that evening, I was cold. She noticed immediately. "What's wrong?" she asked. I told her what Aaron said. Her face went pale, then angry. "What? That's insane. I wasn't even there." She said she'd been out with her coworkers that night. She offered to show proof, credit card, messages, even photos. But I was already trapped in Aaron's story. It sounded too real, too specific. I asked to see her phone. She looked hurt, not guilty. "You want to go through my phone because of something your friend said." Her voice cracked, but I didn't stop. I thought I was being logical. I was. We argued for 20 minutes. She cried. I accused. She packed her bag and left quietly. No shouting, no door slam. Just silence. I sat there staring at the door after it closed. It felt final. The next day, Aaron texted again. "Probably for the best, man. You deserve better." It should have been a red flag. But I was too numb to think. Days passed. Emily messaged me asking to meet. She said she could prove everything. I agreed. We met at a coffee shop midweek. She came with receipts, literally. Bank statements, location history, screenshots, group messages. All of it showed she was innocent. She hadn't been anywhere near that restaurant. Aaron had lied. Completely fabricated everything. I called him right after. He dodged, stuttered, tried to twist it. Maybe I got the date wrong. "No," I said, "you made it up." He got defensive. Said he was just trying to help me. Said maybe Emily faked the proof. That's when I hung up. Blocked him on everything. The truth hit hard. I'd thrown away someone who loved me because I trusted a liar. That night, Emily called again. She said Aaron had shown up at her work asking her out. Everything made sense then. The lies. The setup. The manipulation. I apologized, but it was too late. She couldn't trust me anymore. And honestly, I couldn't blame her. I'd believed the wrong person. And I'd lost everything because of it. Weeks passed after the breakup. I buried myself in work, gym, and online courses. Anything to distract from the guilt. Emily didn't text again, and I didn't blame her. I was the fool who believed a lie. Then one day, her friend Megan messaged me. "Hey, just so you know, Aaron's been texting Emily nonstop." My stomach tightened. "What do you mean?" I asked. "He's obsessed, calls her, sends flowers, shows up at her job." It made me sick. The same guy who destroyed us was now chasing her. I thought she'd ignore him. But months later, I saw something on social media. Emily and Aaron together at a bar. smiling, holding hands. It felt unreal. She had fallen for him, the same man who tore us apart. I wanted to be angry, but mostly I felt sad. Maybe she needed to believe he'd changed. Maybe she wanted to rewrite the story. Either way, I stayed quiet. By fall, people were talking. Aaron had turned into the perfect boyfriend online. Photos, captions, couple quotes, all fake. He played the part well. Until the mask cracked. In December, everything blew up. A friend texted me, "Check Instagram, you'll want to see this." Emily's friends had posted a picture, girls' night, big smiles. The caption said, "Celebrating Emily for finally dumping that liar." I scrolled through the comments. Turns out, Aaron had been cheating on her. Multiple women, dating apps, DMs, screenshots everywhere. The irony was unreal. The man who accused her of cheating actually did it himself. People started commenting, calling him out publicly. Women posted receipts, messages, conversations. He'd been juggling 4 different girls, all thinking they were exclusive. Aaron tried to control the damage. Posted vague quotes about misunderstandings and personal growth. No one bought it. He was done. His image, his reputation, everything collapsed. Meanwhile, Emily's friends were celebrating karma. The comments were brutal but deserved. Reading them, I felt something shift inside me. A strange mix of closure and pity. He'd destroyed 2 people to feed his ego and ended up alone. A few nights later, Emily texted me from a new number. "Hey, I'm sorry for everything. Can we talk?" I didn't answer right away. Part of me wanted to delete the message. Part of me needed to hear what she'd say. The next day, she followed up with a photo holding my name on paper. Proof it was really her. "Please, just one conversation," she wrote. I hesitated but agreed. We planned to meet for coffee the next evening. The same place she'd once brought proof of her innocence. It felt poetic, almost cruel. But I wanted to hear her side. To finally close this chapter for good. Because after everything that happened, silence wasn't enough anymore. I needed words. Real ones. Even if they came too late. The next evening, I met Emily at the same coffee shop. The one where she once tried to prove her innocence. She looked different this time. Tired eyes, messy hair, oversized hoodie. Not broken. Just drained. She smiled softly when she saw me. "Thanks for coming," she said quietly. I nodded, unsure what to expect. We sat down, both holding our cups like armor. For a while, neither of us spoke. Then she took a deep breath. "I owe you the biggest apology of my life." Her voice trembled, but her eyes were steady. "You were right about Aaron, about everything." She told me how it all happened after we split. How Aaron kept showing up at her work with coffee and flowers. How he said he'd made a mistake, that he just cared about her. He told her I was controlling, jealous, emotionally distant. She believed him. She was hurt, angry, looking for someone to make sense of it. And Aaron played that part perfectly. She fell for it. They started dating in September. At first, he was perfect. Charming, attentive, loving. Then small things started feeling wrong. He'd hide his phone, take calls in another room. He'd get defensive when she asked questions. She found messages from other women. Flirty texts, plans for dates, secret photos. When she confronted him, he denied everything. Said she was paranoid. Said she was just like me. That line broke her. She realized he was recycling the same manipulation. Same words, same tone, same excuses. She kicked him out. His roommate later confirmed everything. Told her Aaron had bragged about breaking us up. Said he'd done it just to prove he could. That he wanted her because I had her. My hands clenched hearing that. Emily wiped her eyes. "I was so stupid," she whispered. "I thought he cared about me, but he just wanted to win." She looked at me then, tears building. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I should have trusted you. I sat there quiet. There wasn't much to say. We'd both been fooled by the same man. Different lies, same pattern. I'm not asking for anything, she said softly. I just needed to tell you in person. I nodded. I appreciate it, I said. We both made mistakes. She smiled faintly. For what it's worth, I really did love you. I believed her. But love wasn't enough anymore. Too much damage had been done. We talked a little longer, about life, work, therapy. She was getting help, trying to heal. When she stood to leave, she hesitated. Take care of yourself, Ethan, she said. You too, Emily. And just like that, she was gone again. No tears, no promises, just closure. I finished my coffee alone, staring out the window. The past 8 months played through my mind like a film. Trust, betrayal, karma, all of it coming full circle. In the end, we both learned the same lesson. Sometimes the real enemy isn't the liar. It's the part of you that chooses to believe him. We never spoke again after that day. No texts, no calls, no awkward check-ins. It was over, clean and quiet. Emily focused on therapy, learning to trust herself again. I went back to work, gym, and long drives with no destination. Peace felt different now, heavier but honest. Aaron disappeared from everyone's lives. He was blocked, ignored, forgotten. People finally saw through his act. He burned too many bridges and ran out of places to stand. Sometimes, I still think about how easily we were fooled. How one lie can destroy 2 people who meant well. But I don't hate anyone anymore. Not even him. He taught me what manipulation looks like behind a friendly smile. He taught me that loyalty means nothing without truth. Emily taught me forgiveness doesn't always mean reunion. It just means letting go of what hurt you. I learned to trust slower, but never stop believing in good people. Because some lessons only come through pain. And this one cost me almost everything. Still, I survived it. And maybe that's enough.